All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking music and controversy, classic rock versus stuff that's not classic rock, liberal versus conservative, common sense versus insanity, and of course, doing it in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, new stuff from Colin James is really good. All right, check it out. Chasing the Sun. Radio isn't going to touch this, which is ridiculous, but um, I don't find a lot of stuff where I go, yeah, that's as good as the stuff I used to listen to. Colin James has been around for quite some time. He's from Canada, so pray for him being in Canada. All right, so there you go. So Ted Nugent and Pearl Jam are in the news together, mostly because Pearl Jam decided to use one of Uncle Ted's, or probably Uncle Ted's most famous song. And this is what happened. So during a concert on September the 12th at the CFG Bank Arena, then the corporations just put their names on everything. And that's kind of the end of any real character an arena might have. Like, I grew up with the Boston Garden and Fenway Park. Thank goodness they didn't change Fenway Park and put a name on it like, whatever bank Fenway Park. Maybe they did, and I didn't hear about it. But anyway, they're in Maryland, and they played the riff to Stranglehold, while frontman Eddie Vedder, who is the smartest man in rock music today, he is smarter than anyone else, and virtue signals better, repeated the lyrics, "I don't own a gun. I never want to own a gun." I wonder who he's voting for in November. Now, what's weird is that Tim Walz, he's an avid gun owner, brags about having a firearm, and we found out recently that Kamala Harris has a gun. Oh, okay. So Eddie doesn't own a gun, and he doesn't want to own a gun. And the people he's voting for, they have guns, but my guess is they don't want certain people to have guns. They would rather have criminals have all the guns because that's what their policies result in. And this is what people don't understand. You can repeat the slogan, "I don't own a gun," all you want. And apparently they went into their super mega hit classic rock song, Even Flow, which every time I used to hear that song on the radio, I would change the station because it didn't match any of the other music that was being played. And this was back in the AOR days. And we had that discussion. I was a programmer. I would say, how does this go with the other stuff we're playing? And people typically shrugged their shoulders and said, well, this is the new stuff. And the new stuff, we're going to play it with the old stuff. Every time stations went heavily in that direction, I'm pretty sure they lost ratings points. But again, it was the brave new world, and we're still there 30-something years later. Even Flow is just the big hit from Pearl Jam. And so everyone asks me all the time, how come you don't like Pearl Jam? Because I just don't like the music. I don't like the music, all right? I'd rather listen to Stranglehold, okay? So several media outlets reported, of course they did, on Pearl Jam's decision to cover the Ted Nugent classic, the conservative rocker. Okay, can I just address the conservative thing for a moment? Now, I've been around for a while, and I do believe in things that are liberal, and I do believe in things that are conservative, all right? When I say that, for instance, I believe that peace is a good thing. And in the old days, that used to be a liberal thing. A conservative thing would be being pro-life, all right? And that's where I'm at, pro-life, okay? So labels, though, to me, don't mean anything anymore. When someone says I guess it's a way to categorize or put somebody in a box. You're conservative because you like guns. No, I'm common sense because I want to protect myself, because there are criminals being imported into the United States of America. Lots and lots of them. Not to mention all the other criminals that were already here to begin with. It says here that the conservative rocker who is a noted gun lover. Yes, he just loves guns so much. He goes to bed with a gun at night, sleeps with a gun, wakes up in the morning with a gun, takes the gun out for a walk. He loves guns. I think he respects firearms is probably a better way to look at it. But when you're writing an article for a music publication, this is the kind of stuff that you have to say. He is a noted gun lover and supporter of gun rights. Well, yes, this is true. So to me, that's not a conservative viewpoint. That is a common sense constitutional viewpoint. So Ted isn't going to be quiet, took to his X account and says, "Hey, Eddie, join me on RAV, which is called Real America's Voice. It's a channel. He has a show called the Spirit Campfire Show to discuss how your insane liberal policies have created an explosion in engineered violent recidivism while you fight to disarm helpless, innocent citizens." Now, my guess is Nugent said all this stuff and nobody understands what he's trying to say. They don't know what engineered violent recidivism is. They don't know what that is. You see, I've said this before. I think Ted Nugent is one of the smartest people in rock and roll. I mean, when it comes to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, firearms, all kind of farming, the guy is just a brain on many topics. And then they do some cut and paste journalism here. Back in 2021, Nugent defended his right to bear arms under the Second Amendment. Okay, he's been doing that forever. The 75-year-old rocker resigned from the NRA after 26 years, said in part, "I don't need any man. In fact, no man exists to authorize or offer me a permit or a license for my right to keep and bear arms. My name is Ted Nugent. I was born with a God-given individual right as guaranteed by the Second Amendment to keep and bear arms." Now, Nugent is like just one of very few people in the music business who seem to be outspoken on this issue. He goes on to say, "I have the right from God as outlined in the Second Amendment to keep and bear. Not keep in case, not keep in lock, not keep in truck, not keep and bear arms on my person on planet Earth while I'm alive." And I would dare anybody to talk about why I should go back to the Concord Bridge and explain how some other man will determine if or when I can defend my life and keep and bear arms. So Ted is pretty outspoken. This is obviously classic virtue signaling from Eddie Vedder, who, again, I'm sure he's going to be voting for Tim Walz, who owns a gun, who brags about being a hunter. And now we find out that Kamala Harris apparently owns a gun. Hopefully they're both good with firearms, right? Kamala Harris, can you imagine her trying to load a firearm and then cackling, and then the thing goes off and hits the wrong person? I don't know, folks. It's depressing. Like I said, this isn't a conservative thing. This is a common sense issue. People used to believe in the Constitution. Now it's like toilet paper for most of the media. And you've even got people now writing in the New York Times, the Constitution is sacred, but is it dangerous? I mean, it's 2024, and because people believe in the Constitution still, any older thing, like if you believe in the Bible, you believe in Christianity, Christianity is dangerous. No, it's not. It's not dangerous. If people are practicing it the way it was given to us, it's not dangerous. And the same goes for the Second Amendment. You're going to take guns away from law-abiding citizens because some crazy people who have mental health issues take a firearm, or their parents in most cases, like that case I think in Georgia right now, where that kid had severe mental health issues and his parents go out and buy him a gun. It's just, I was watching that news report and I'm saying, no, what? Are you crazy? And the answer is these people are crazy. They're crazy and they're negligent, and they probably should be put in jail for that. Okay. I didn't used to believe that that was a good idea. Like, the kids do something and then the parents are guilty. But in this case, That is criminal negligence on their part. So fun video, huh? Fun video. That's just great. Okay, let's showcase Colin James, Chasing the Sun. I want to thank everybody who stepped up yesterday on Buy Me a Coffee. It was overwhelming. Just so many people sending me coffees and messages of support. This channel is definitely being shadow banned. I mean, approaching 82,000 subscribers. And I posted a video last night about who is supporting Kamala Harris. Dick Cheney is supporting Kamala Harris for president. And Vladimir Putin is also supporting Kamala Harris for president. I thought Trump was the Putin puppet. It's just kind of weird how that works. And that was fact checked, by the way, by people who are typically wanting to deconstruct everything. And they said, yeah, unfortunately, it's correct. He did endorse her. So it's just, so maybe you can go watch that video for me. But anyway, I'm doing some political content. Obviously, I'm still doing some of the music stuff. I think there's enough stuff to talk about, right? It's just that people need to watch the videos. And you know what? I'm going to be relying more and more on the generosity of people that I don't know to keep this channel going. That's all I can say. And so if you can help, buy me a coffee, Patreon, YouTube memberships, it's all in the description of every video I post. So in case I misspell a word and the link doesn't work, you can probably find that link in another video. I don't know if I do that frequently, but I'm the typo king. So there's a good chance that I'm probably leaving out letters and just putting it up there. And so if I do that, then just look for another video and hopefully you'll find the right link. In the meantime, folks, pray for the country. I know Ted Nugent prays and his wife prays, and they're good people. The Nugents are good people. They've definitely put more in to this than they've taken from. You know, there are a lot of people out there who are takers rather than givers. And the Nugents, I know, are givers. And so I appreciate them. And I appreciate all the people who get up every day and make this country work. They do a lot more than I'll ever do. So my videos here are just a little tiny, ridiculous thing compared to what people are doing every day in this country and around the world for that matter. God bless you all. And I'll be back because I have to keep making videos.